Recent Starters Orders 8 videos have been primarily focused on the new Jockey mode. Starters Orders is primarily a simulation and aims to simulate the sport as accurately as possible. So let's take a look at a standard trainer mode game. This mode is the default mode that allows the player to train and own horses. The Take the Reins option still exists for player-owned horses, but for a more jockey-focused experience, the new Jockey mode is now available as a separate game mode. The game we are about to load is a trainer mode save based around a combined flat and jumps UK schedule. Starters Orders 8 now contains update schedules for 6 nationalities, with new French and Japanese schedules. The game is on slot 1. It is 9 seasons in, with standard game settings. You can rename your game saves as you wish. The game continues at a current race meeting. In this case, a flat meeting at Sandown. If you save the game mid-meeting, that is where you continue on loading. I have no runners in this race, so it is purely a betting proposition. The at-a-glance race card now contains past performances. You can view the detailed card via the button at the top. While this card is the most detailed option, most will find the summary card on the race menu adequate. Scrolling here is via the cursors or the mouse wheel. This is a large field, so let's focus on the more fancied runners. Etac is a joint favourite. You can see its last run was over this distance in a handicap. The trainer portrait for this horse has a small number overlaid, in this case 39. This means I Jardine is currently 39th in the season's trainer rankings. Clicking on the trainer portrait reveals the trainer's data screen, complete with stable information, career highlights, and a wealth of other data. The season ranks chart indicates the trainer has been performing consistently over the 8 game years this game has been running for. For now, let's go back and check out the horse's form. We click on the form string to view the horse's form, in first order. The most recent run at York is clearly why this horse is fancied. Stepping back through previous runs, we can also see at Nottingham the horse finished down the field, 1 mile good going, and a place behind Gelevator Outfit, marked in green. This colouring indicates the horse is also taking part in today's race. At Nottingham, Etac was getting £7 from Gelevator Outfit. Returning to the race card, both horses are now running off the same weight, clearly giving Gelevator Outfit a chance here. Also note the career winnings for Gelevator Outfit is significantly higher than Etac, and the horse also won its most recent outing at Southwell. Scrolling down the field, one other horse sticks out. Mizzen Earth has a small red cup next to its name. This indicates the horse won a previous running of this very race. Clicking on the horse's name takes us to the horse data screen. Look towards the career highlights. Clicking on the race reveals the form card for the previous running of this race. Mizzen Earth won quite well in a large field off a rating of 78. 3 of today's runners were behind that day. Returning to the race card, we can investigate this horse's form in more detail by clicking the form string. The last run was not so great, but it could be 7 furlongs is a little short of this horse's best. The previous run, again at Sandown, was better, a narrow win with the horse getting up in the closing stages. The run before that was in the 6 furlong sprint trophy at York, and the horse may well have been outpaced that day. Stepping back further, the horse had been down the field in decent 6 furlong handicaps. The rating of 85 today gets the horse in this race off bottom weight today. Let's put a decent each way bet on. Betting is simply a case of clicking the bet icon and filling in the slip. Note that Starters Orders 8 contains many new multiple bets: trebles, Trixies, Yankees, and the Lucky 15. For now, we will put on a decent each way single and watch the race. While viewing the race, you have similar view controls to Starters Orders 7. In addition, the auto mode aims to track the field more closely and will pan depending on the field makeup.
They are under Starters Orders in the challenge, and they are racing in the challenge. Last Draw Off Tiger is racing midfield a couple of lengths off the pace. Apparel Wind is urged into the early lead. Ringtrap Perisher is pushed into the early lead. Raintrap Perisher is 1 length in front of Apparel Wind Adapt back to Violets Early from Crescent Loft just clear of Gelevator Outfit. Next is Barwick Gallant from Drever Grand ahead of Spritzer Mistral a few lengths to Calusa Listen and then Vincentian Johnny and then Misen Earth. The field is well strung out. Belmes Britain makes progress. Vincentian Johnny is pushed along towards the rear. Turning right-handed. Kahasi Show races wide. Belmes Britain is making steady headway into 10th place. Driver Grand takes it up from Raintrap Perisher. Less than 3 furlongs to go. Driver Grand ups the tempo. Spritzer Mistral ranges up easily on the outside. Raintrap Perisher is pushed into the lead. The favourite is beaten. Driver Grand is pushed into the lead again from Raintrap Perisher. Driver Grand is just ahead of Violets Early. Violets Early takes fractional advantage. Salarosa Swan is making headway. Well into the final furlong. Misen Earth is flying. Violets Early is niggled along into a lead. Salarosa Swan is making steady headway into 6th place. Misen Earth is 2 lengths. Misen Earth wins the challenge.
You can still manual pal in this mode, but releasing the keys will return the view to default. You can speed up the race at any point. Skipping the rest of the meeting, we arrive back to the main homepage. As this is a combined schedule, we have the context button that can be set to either flat or jumps, and changes the screen content accordingly. We have a few alternatives for the main diary display. Clicking the small display toggle button to the right of the table spools through these. Clicking the date icon lists all of the feature races in the current schedule. Note that Starters Orders 8 includes partial search options on some menus, so locating a race is now super easy. The player's trainer data screen is accessed via the top button. You can also view your staff members here, or via the previous screen by clicking on the small icons. Staff can be hired via the stable screen. Hiring staff members bring various benefits. A frequent request with previous releases was to improve horse filters for the main home menu. We can filter out horses via the filter options here. In a combined schedule, the code filter will filter out any horses deemed not to be active over the current code. For example, the current context is flat racing, so clicking this bullet will remove all jumpers from the list. There are a number of other horse filters that are self-explanatory. We now also have the option to filter races by distance over a specified range. In this example, we want 8 to 12 furlong races displayed only. We can also filter races for a specific horse. Clicking on a horse updates the race list again. Drag and drop to enter. On the PC, we can speed up this process by holding the Shift key to instantly pick up the horse. Once booked, we can further speed up future entries by disabling the initial jockey booking screen by clicking the This Screen Auto bullet. The red button cancels the booking. Let's have a quick word on breeding. Unlike previous games, you now have the option of sending your mares to be covered by legendary stallions, once your stable has breeding facilities. However, they are usually prohibitively expensive. Look at the current top stallions in this game. Mill Reef heads the current AEI rankings with an impressive AEI. Note, there are many player notification options. These can all be set via the notification menu, via the player's data screen, or using the small I green button top left of screen. Clicking on Mill Reef, we can view the stallion's data screen. Note, although individual stats are not visible, some hero cards are. These icons represent significant stats for this horse and are overlaid by 1 to 5 stars, indicating the strength of this stat. Offspring details can be viewed via the tabs, and the table to the right gives an at-a-glance summary of the horse's career highlights. The top horse's screen gives us access to the current top horse list, plus a number of subcategories depending on code. Clicking on the top 100 buttons gives us a breakdown. The top flat horse is the primary horse category. Note that by default it is set to prize money this season. This is how the game rates the top horses, but you have a number of options via the drop-down list. You can also access top historical horses. This includes all horses live or dead from the current game, and legendary horses and their current status. There are 2 other options here. The Find Horse button gives us the ability to search the entire game database by horse name. The basic Game Health Stats button is mainly of use to those who create their own schedules. It shows age and rating spreads, and also, most importantly, a pool issue count. If the game is having significant issues filling feature races, this can dilute quality and therefore realism. Starters Orders 8 is much better than previous releases at maintaining realistic schedule pools, but creating schedules with many races of a similar type or category over a short period can cause issues, and this would be visible here, with large pool issue counts over time. The top jockeys button lists the current jockey table. Jockeys are ranked by win count, however. Like with the horses, you have other options via the list box. Look to the right of the page title. The is a small green icon. This should only be used in case you have edited jockey or trainer names or portraits via the utility. This is accessed outside of the current game from the main game menu. It attempts to load any changes you have made into the current game. Note that you cannot load edits to game schedules once a game has started. To use a new schedule, you must start a new game. As always, click on a name to reveal the data screen for that character. Extended stats have been added since Starters Orders 7, and these are available on the data screens. The format can be changed via the small toggle button. Heading back to the main home screen, note that we also have a summary on the right of the screen, detailing the current championship leaders for horses, jockeys and trainers. That is it for now. There are lots more features to cover, and this video does not touch on training or stable management options or other game modes or any of the utilities such as the schedule editor. But hopefully this gives a brief flavour of the trainer mode in Starters Orders 8. Other videos should follow at some point. Release date is currently the end of this year, so check back here for news.